But like in the comics, like Ghost is like a fucking like, first of all, a guy, which is much better. Am I right? Don't take that out of context.
Boo.
Don't take that out of context.
Boo.
Don't take that out of context. So,
You sound affected yourself. Give that one a wah wah, will you, Nabil?
Filmatic is the #1 podcast, but the socialists did not want you to know.
Anyway, if you don't know about Ghost in the comics, look it up.
Put a wah wah. Put a wah wah.
Fucking insane. It's this. No, it's this
I
guy.
refuse to comment any. Darren and I refuse to comment any farther on this movie.
Darren hasn't said shit, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Darren is siding with me on this.
Let him. He has to say it.
What am I siding with you on?
It's fucking like Jesse Pinkman. Say the words. Nothing happens till you say it.
Nabil has to do a little wah wah sound effect for his sexist joke.
Okay, how about you guys do a segment where you argue over this because I have to pee really quick, and then if it's funny, you can leave it in.
Here's the thing, Connor. I don't want to edit the podcast, so we have to leave this in. So let's make it entertaining, okay? So let's start with why I don't think we should do the womp womp sound effect. First of all, it's overplayed. You've heard it in every medium before. You've heard it in every single fucking movie, TV show, game. It's a stupid joke. One of the stupider jokes of all time that dates back, I'm sure, to the early 40s. So I do not think we should be using the womp womp sound effect, at least not in the context that you demand it.
Nabil, the reason that I think that this is the perfect context
This is like us doing our Mr. Pineview skits to stall for time.
Yeah, I think the worst joke is saying that you think men are better than women. That is an even older joke. That
Here's the thing, Connor.
As far as time itself. And I think
it wasn't a joke.
Exactly. In order to
it wasn't a joke. Wait, hold on. Pause.
Hold on.
It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke 100 years ago, Connor. Men actually did not like women 100 years ago. It wasn't a fucking.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was just a thing, and you were trying to make a joke out of it, and it's not funny.
Yes.
Therefore,
the I'm not making
exemplify the not funny. Give yourself a womp womp so we can move on and get over it.
I'll do it. Okay, Connor. No, Darian, you decide. I'm saying that there are so many levels of post irony on the joke that it cancels out any negative repercussions.
Yeah, I feel like okay.
And I'm saying, gotta
listen.
Give it a womp womp.
Here's the thing.
Sexism, not cool.
I feel like the joke was making fun of sexism because
Bill
said, "Am I right, guys? Like, women are not good. Am I right?"
I was making fun of people who actually have that point about the character in the movie.
And you have to give it a womp womp because that's the womp womp is a commentary on the people that believe in that type of joke.
You're not
you were changing what you said too. Fuck you.
No, I'm not.
Wait. Okay. Being in the podcast, I don't think this is going to be in the cut anyways. So, just on a different level, I feel like Nabil didn't change what he said. I feel like
between the argument he made to me while you were gone.
What was that?
No, don't pick up. That's bullshit.
What was the argument when I was gone?
Yeah, tell us what the argument.
The womp womp is old. It's been around since the 40s. It's an overplayed joke. We don't want to do that.
That was also post-ironic.
Like
yeah, thank you. It was literally a joke. I think I actually care that the womp womp dates back to 1940s, which also is impossible.
It's impossible.
Like this sound effect did not exist in the 1940s.
Okay, I win. You played it. I ultimately got what I wanted. We can move on now.
Okay. Actually, it is possible. I think that might just be a fucking brass instrument.
It is.
That's insane.
When did the womp womp come out?
There's no way it's gonna get the right thing. It's womp womp wah.
The womp womp. I'm trying to stall for time here because listen, we're gonna get back to you on that. All right, I'll just say that. I don't have time right now, but we're gonna figure out when the womp womp originated.
So are we
I
gonna
was
vote?
sent back in time to record an episode of Filmatic with Kana.
Oh shit, Curator, do you know when the womp womp sound effect came from? Well, guess who's not getting invited back to Filmatic?
Who?
It's the Terminator.
I was sent back in time to record it.
Okay.
Okay.
This will make for a
So
good
are we
highlight.
gonna do this vote?
Yes, we are. What's the vote on?
All right. Well, Connor, what's your vote?
For what?
Was the Bill's joke bad?
I believe that giving it the commentary of its post irony in the statement that it is in fact making fun of sexism, I think is
Don't say words you don't understand to make
no.
yourself.
Well, I do think that yes, that was your implied meaning because yeah, I do know that was your implied meaning. I do think that there are also viewers who may not realize that and may hear the sexist joke and be like, "That's not cool," and may find negativity in that and not think that even
No,
Like,
literally, no
everything's
one would
funny.
find that insensitive. I made fun of people who don't like
No,
representation in movies.
Actually, Nabil, you'd be surprised at the amount of people that would take that the wrong way. That's all I'm saying.
Not as a thing like, oh, they're too jumpy. Like that's just
That
you have to
also-
look out for
Israel,
people.
also
Yes.
that also implies that people, i.e., a group of people, listen to this podcast.
Human beings. Let's say hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if
Multiple
do you-
people watch this episode and make it to the
Yeah,
hour
3.
50-minute mark.
maybe 3, if we're lucky, would make it this far,
Well, if even one of those people is offended, we have to make sure that we're looking out for them.
and that's
But
where
what
the
if
giveaway
one of those
comes in.
people is laughing because of the joke?
Well, then they're still laughing.
Opposite of offended. So, okay. I'll
Leave a
take
comment.
Connor's vote as being you shouldn't have made the joke. Nabil, do you think you should have made the joke?
Yes, of course, I think I should make the joke.
Okay,
It was
so
funny.
it looks like a 1-to-1 vote. So now I have to make a decision, which I'm not going to do.
Darian, do you think sexism is funny?
No,
Well then,
But
but I will share my opinion. All right, take this. Listen.
the
I'm just gonna be
straight white
honest.
male shares his opinion again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I have no reason to comment on this, and I am unexplicitly going to be agreeing with Nabil, but that's not my point. I'm trying to say I genuinely don't know if I'm missing something, but I would say I don't think what Nabil did was bad.
I don't think
think-
it was bad. I think that it was a purposeful joke that was making fun of people who share that opinion. I agree.
I agree, but Connor,
Which-
the thing is, you are right because I know there are women who are the target of the conversation, if not the joke, that would be offended, even knowing the ironic intention.
Listen,
and that's
this
why I
is-
say I don't know if something's wrong with me or them. But I am personally, I don't see what's wrong with it. However, I'm
I-
not a woman.
I just feel like,
So-
let me explain, all right? If you go to the Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer on YouTube right now, I promise you, you could find a video or a comment on an Ant-Man and the Wasp video that is someone being mad that the ghost was a woman
Instead of the original.
instead of a man.
That is true. I'm sure you could.
And I'm making fun of that person. So how am I in the wrong here?
I'm
That's
not
all
saying
I'm
you're in the wrong for making fun of them. I'm just
I
saying.
don't think you're in the wrong. I'm just
No.
saying. Let me just put it this way. I've said shit like that ironically. I've heard Casey say shit like that ironically with the same intention to make fun of people for being bad people. But then someone is like, "No, you still shouldn't do that," and they're a part of the group that's targeted.
Okay, well, if someone would, if
So I don't know if I'm wrong.
all right, no, I agree. If
Comment below,
there's,
guys.
Yeah.
listen,
Listeners, just put your view in the comments.
if you want to be the first, if you want to be the first woman to speak a word to me since 2018, go ahead and leave a comment below. DM me at Nabil Sharif on Instagram, Nabil Sharif on Snapchat.
Filmatic podcast also.
Why do you
My-
think women should be able to vote?
That's good. That's not good. Wait.
Oh, that's a womp womp. That's a womp womp.
Okay, this is gonna make for a hell of a highlight, I think.
This is
But-
just for the TikTok content, guys. It was all scripted and staged. If you're a
Yes.
Spotify listener, you'll know.
If you're a Spotify-
know. If you use Spotify,
Listen.
you will inherently understand
the
script.
bottom line is that if you're a listener, you're probably not a woman. So, and that's not me saying
Wait a
that you shouldn't
second.
be.
Hold
Hold on. That's not me saying that you.
Okay.
I want
all
women.
right.
No one loves women more than me. I will need women.
Dude, I think everyone is just. I feel like. I don't know. I am actually starting to have a bad feeling that people won't understand how deep the irony is running, and might take it as like we're trying to subvert the irony by doing it over and over again.
There's way too many layers going on. We need to.
It's a little too complex for
Yeah, we
the
gotta.
average listener of the podcast.
We gotta move on. I guess just to appease Connor, we'll just do one more, please.
I
And
think that was appropriate.
well, sorry.
That one's for you, ladies.
That was.
Things are right.
Look, I love women listeners of the podcast. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's.
We love all listeners of the podcast here.
No, I'm saying I would want them.
Male,
I don't think they exist.
female,
No,
non-binary,
I have
trans
access-
individuals,
I have
gender
access
queer,
to Spotify.
agender individuals.
I have access to statistics. There are little to no women listeners of this podcast, objectively.
Ever since
saying-
Sophia fell through that hatch into the maintenance room on top of glass plates, there are 0 listeners that are women.
Yes, and Sophia, if you're out there, we really hope you recovered well. And
Skull emoji.
I just
Can you get a glass plate shattering effect?
it didn't take too long to find. Oh my
Dude,
god!
I really wanted to try to keep a straight face and be like, no, I do hope you're doing it. I just couldn't.
Okay,
Now you
So,
understand why NASA doesn't want you to listen to this.
NASA does not want you to listen to Filmatic. They're deceiving you.
I will say, Sophia, if you're somehow hearing this, can you just explain what happened on a practical level? Like, did you fall under the plates that were stacked
no, because
up?
no, listen. It is concerning. Like,
Why was there an open hatch? Why was it 2 stories?
no,
Were there
no,
2
seriously.
open hatches?
How
Was it just
big
a
was
far
the boat?
how many? Is there like just like a stack of glass plates there for no reason?
Did they
Is the
like
entire
stop
lower
your
deck
fall?
full of- Yeah,
Or did
I
they
imagine it would
cut
make
you?
it worse. Yeah.
Did you fall feet first? Was it like your back? Maybe your head?
God, I hope anyone knows what we're talking about. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. Okay.
Nabil, Casey will at least appreciate this.
Yeah, as if Casey listens to the podcast. That's
Well,
a
this
good
is
one.
how we get them to. Yeah.
True.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Skull emoji.
No, but in all honesty, I think we can just really.
What?
Just trying to be serious for a second. I can't do it.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is I think everyone's gonna realize the podcast isn't sexist when we have our first female guest.
We actually have.
Okay,
Katrina?
We have a-
that's
And Mandy's
my
girlfriend.
bad for
Elizabeth.
not listening to the podcast enough.
Yes.
But my point is, if you thought that we had our female guest and then became sexist retroactively through some sort of like social backsliding due to lack of like human interaction, there's going to be another female guest that people.
I thought you were going to say there's another thing coming. if you
If
thought
you
that.
think we've backslid, you've got another thing coming.
No, but like, are we allowed to advertise that, Nabil? You're just
Yeah,
teasing,
sure.
Maybe?
Yeah, no, we're working very hard. We're pooling resources. We're pooling all of the combined clout of the Nogs, which amounts to the normal clout of almost one man.
Almost. We've almost made it to the
to convince
combined equivalent of a single normal individual.
to convince a woman to stoop down to our level and be on another episode of the podcast. And if you are one woman or no, I was gonna say I don't know. Never mind. Or no one.
If you are or know a woman, please cut.
Yeah. Seriously, please.
On the off chance that you speak to women, could you please reach out to the podcast? We're looking for some advice. Some like market research.
Holy shit.
It is the summer of Stiller.
Summer still.